We must run with a clear intention to win, not run with uncertainty. When we go for the Olympic Games, they run in the 100 meters. They start with the heats, heat 1, heat 2, heat 3, sometimes 7 heats, sometimes 8 heats. And they keep eliminating. Then they go to the qualifying stage, then they go to quarterfinals, then they go to semifinals, then they go to finals, and then Usain Bolt wins this. Now, when Usain Bolt wins this, the conversation is about him. Do you think people remember those who ran in heat 3? Even the Ghanaian who ran in heat 3, we forget about him. Because if you just participated in heat 3, the world will forget you. If you just showed up on your marks, but never really made the mark, the world will forget you very quickly. Paul is saying, don't run just to participate. Don't run with uncertainty. Don't run just saying, I just want to show up. Run with determination to win. Don't run and stop in the middle. Usain Bolt will not run, and in the middle of his running, decide, oh, I think I need ice cream. No. He runs to win. Do you think there is pressure on him when he's running? Yes. I'm sure there may have been times when he's on his mark, he wants to run, and his stomach too wants to run. But he has to discipline himself and focus. Ask any master of the game, have they had inconvenience? Yes. Running with uncertainty is double-mindedness. Then the second example Paul cites is fighting as one who beats the air. Paul encourages us not to dissipate our energies. We must not beat the air. We must not do things which do not achieve results. When you throw a blow, there must be a target you're trying to hit. Don't go through life having activities without any expectation. A master will ask himself, why am I sitting in this meeting? Why am I having this conversation? Why am I attending this conference? Do you know that sometimes people just attend conferences to travel? Yeah, for sightseeing. Some of the greatest things may happen at a conference, but they were just sightseeing. So they come back, no motivation. People attend training courses just to collect per diem. Go for workshops, which we are very good at in this part of the world. Workshop upon workshop upon workshop upon workshop. No lesson learned, because the people sitting there are beating the air. They're just there, participating, showing up, marking the register, but nothing to be achieved. In our effort to become masters, there are two options that will be available to us, and we have to choose one of these two. And this is very important, because many of us are confronted with these two options and we're not too sure which one to choose. The first is to be extensive. To be extensive. What does that mean? It means to cover as wide an area as possible, to affect a very wide area. I describe it as doing 100 activities 10 times. Doing 100 activities 10 times. It gives you width, or digging 100 feet across and 10 feet deep. It gives you width. You have a width, but you have no depth. People who are extensive can speak on any subject. A lot of intellectuals are very extensive, read every book, studied everything. They've grown. They can become expert voices in an area, but they never become masters. They never become masters because they are spread a bit too wide. If you want to be a master, instead of being extensive, you have to be intensive. Intensive means to concentrate in a single area. You have to be thorough. Intensive is like doing 10 activities 100 times. Extensive, 100 activities 10 times. Intensive, 10 activities 100 times. It's like digging 10 feet across and 100 feet deep. The challenge with many of us is that there is no area we have identified as our area of intensity. Which is your area of intensity? You know how to make many things, but which one area can the world rely on you on? Which is that one area? If you are a carpenter, which one area of carpentry are you an expert in? If you are a dressmaker, which area? Look around the world and find somebody who is a generalist and see how far they've gone. The experts will use you, but you will never be celebrated because there is nothing that sets you apart. It's important that you determine that you will become intensive in this area. That in this area, this is my field. And when it comes to this field, I'm 100 feet deep. Not 100 feet wide, but deep. You have to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'll still be there. Not shallow, but wide. The greatest masters are all people who were intensive, not extensive. Now, when you look through history, rarely, very rarely, you find people who are masters in more than one area. Very rarely. And it's so rare, don't count yourself in that group. Don't count you. Because many times we just use the rare and say, well, that's what I'm going to be. No. Just a few people have been experts in more than one field. I'll give you an example. King David, master musician, master fighter. He fights and musics at the same time. Now that's a very unusual combination because most fighters are not very artistic. They use brute force. But David is poetic, musical, lyrical, and a great fighter. On the fighting field, number one. Music, number one. Look at his Psalms. But not many people are like that. Samson is just strength. Most people are just only one thing. But once in a while you find a David. Or you find a Leonardo da Vinci who is able to spread across. But how many Da Vincis will come after him? Almost zero. You are not a Da Vinci, my friend, and you are not a David. You are you. Just stick with your intensity in one area. You must be able to say, this one thing I do. This one thing. And if you put it in my hand, I will do extraordinary things with it. Which is that area? If you are a human resource, which area of human resource are you an expert in? If you are in finance, which area in finance? Don't just ask for me, I do everything. It's like the Ghanaian medicine. Ghanaian medicine has no intensity, it's extensive. It will cure you from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. To cure take earwax from your ear. Take care of your catarrh. Take care of your eye problems. It will take care of your waist problem, whatever that means. Take care of knee problem. It will heal your stomach. It will give you free bowels. One medicine. And most of us are like Ghanaian medicine. We are extensive. No wonder nobody will recommend our medicine. You can't go to the World Health Organization approved medicines and find one of those there. Too general. Don't be Ghanaian medicine. Don't be Ghanaian medicine. Find an area. Settle your mind. Forget the things that lie behind. Just decide, this is it. I'm going to be this, and I'm going to dig deep in this area. I'm going to be intensive in this area. As our world grows, the only people who really emerge at the top are the ones who are masters in their field. Whether it's programming of computers or writing software, even that you have to drill down and become a master. In Matthew chapter 5 verse 41, Jesus talks about attitudes that I believe will help us to become masters. Matthew chapter 5 verse 41. And Jesus said, and whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. That's the end. Just short. Whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. If you're going to become a master and have the hand of a master, you must determine that you would be in the recommended group. There are 2 groups here and 2 distances, but 2 groups here. The first group is what I call the 1 mile people. 1 mile people. 1 mile people are people who go where they are compelled to go. They do what they are told to do. Jesus says they compel them to go 1 mile. That's it. They stay 1 mile. That's what I was told to do. I was told to go 1 mile, and they stay 1 mile. 1 mile people. They do their work as their duty. They don't go beyond the call of duty. At best, they comply with laid down regulations, but they never initiate anything new. They don't create, they don't innovate on the job, and they never suggest new ways of doing what they are doing. They are 1 mile people. This is what you said I should do, and that's it. You tell them you're going to respond to the telephone, and when you respond to the telephone rings, pick the phone up and say, hello, this is XYZ company, what can I do for you? So anytime the telephone rings, they pick the phone. Hello, this is XYZ company, what can I do for you? Hello, this is XYZ. Very soon a computer will replace you. 1 mile person. They will never come and say, sir, you know, the instruction you gave me, I've been doing it, but I think we can do it this way, I can extend it this way, or I can introduce new line in our introduction. No, I was told to respond, hello, this is XYZ company, what can I do for you? And they will do it sometime for 40 years, and they call that being faithful. I have done the same thing 40 years. No, you are lazy. Not faithful. Not faithful. It's a 1 mile mentality. People who only do what they are compelled to do. They do their work as their duty. They work to meet minimum requirements. They tick all the boxes but never pressurize themselves to do anything extra. If the pass mark is 50%, that's all they're going to aim for. They don't sacrifice for anything. They don't pay the price for excellence. Minimum requirements. This is what has been asked me to do, and that's it. So if somebody has a 1 mile mentality, he has 10 minutes. You tell him jump 100 times. He jumps 1, 2, 3, 4, and hits 100. He finishes it in 2 minutes. He has 8 minutes extra. He's standing down. Why are you standing? I'll finish. Finish doing what? Finish jumping. What about the 8 minutes? You said I should do 100. 1 mile mentality. And many of us have 1 mile mentality. We never push ourselves. We never strive for anything. We do what is minimum. You find it in many offices. People with 1 mile mentality, always doing a minimum. You said I should do it, I've done it. I've finished my work. Well, if you finish 100 in 2 minutes, why don't you go to the boss and say, I finished 100 in 2 minutes, I still have 8 minutes. Is there something else you want me to do? But 1 mile mentality. I finish in 2 minutes. The 8 minutes, going to make a phone call. They enjoy the free time. Oh, I finished today, I finished very early. Now I can relax. 1 mile mentality. The people with 1 mile mentality, they work to earn their wages. All they aim at is to ensure that they are paid. And once they get paid, they don't even wonder whether their work has been productive. They think the work they do is a favor to their boss. There are people who think that they are doing their company or their boss a favor. 1 mile mentality. When you go to any company, you find people whose number one preoccupation is salary. They are 1 mile people. They're going nowhere. I'm not saying salary is not bad, but if that's your number one preoccupation, you are a 1 mile person. Always calculating salary, always calculating benefits, never asking, am I productive? How many times have you gone to your boss and asked, am I productive? Am I adding? Am I helping? Am I adding value to the company? Because you think you're doing them a favor. And people sometimes forget that their job, they are being paid on humanitarian grounds. Because your boss feels sympathy, that's why you are still there. They do all the assessments, they want to fire you, and they're thinking of your children, so they keep you there. But you think you are valuable, my friend. You are not valuable. You are not valuable. Have you ever asked whether you are valuable? You'll be shocked the answer you will get. That all this time you've been working for 10 years, it was humanitarian. It was charity. They feel bad for your children, your children's children. So you are kept on the job. Not because you've contributed, but because nobody really wants to take food out of the mouth of your children. And if you work for somebody, go and ask them, am I productive? The 1 mile people go where they're compelled to. They do their work as their duty. They work to meet minimum requirements, and they work just to earn their wages. But Jesus talked about what I call the 2 mile people. The 2 mile people is what is recommended. They go beyond where they are compelled to go. They look for ways to exceed expectation. The expectation is go 1 mile, they go 2 miles. They're always stretching boundaries. And why are they able to do that? It's because they work in line with their personal goals. They are self-driven by higher goals. Can you imagine if you recruit somebody who is an accountant in your job, and his personal goal is to be the topmost accountant in Ghana? Can you imagine his attitude at work? That person is not going to sit and complain because they are driven by personal goals, not what they are compelled to do. What I'm compelled to do as a pastor is to show up every Sunday and talk for 45 minutes. I want somebody somewhere to say, I want a Bible teacher to come for this conference, and everybody says, he's in Accra, Ghana at Agbobloshi. You better find him. Get him a ticket, get him to come to speak at your conference. You'll never regret it. People don't invite me because I'm general overseer of ICGC. They invite me because of my craft. Ronaldo is not a great footballer because he is captain of Portugal. He's a great footballer because of his craft. People who are 2 mile people, they work to express their potential. They don't just meet minimum requirements. They seek to showcase what is in them. They seek to actualize their potential through their work. Is that why you work? When have you ever introduced anything new in your workplace? When has anything new come out of you? When have you innovated? When have you thought of simplifying your job, making it more effective? When have you sent a memo to your boss to say, I think we can improve on this? But most times we are cutting corners and trying to reduce pressure. People who have 2-mile mentality work to express their potential. And people who have 2-mile mindset, they work to earn respect, not a salary. They work to earn respect. They want to make a name with their work. They want to be valued for their contribution. They want people to look at what they've done and say, wow. Some of the greatest pieces in this world, whether it's art pieces, musical pieces, the people who did them were almost not paid. Sometimes they did them for free, but those works have survived 400 years. It wasn't the reward, monetary reward, it's the respect. Today we talk about Mozart, we talk about Beethoven, we talk about Leonardo da Vinci, we talk about Michelangelo, we talk about all these great people, artists and painters, we talk about inventors, we talk about scientists, we talk about all kinds of people. Do you think they were doing what they were doing because of salary? No. They wanted to be remembered. They wanted to be valued. They wanted to be respected. If you're going to be a master, you have to be a 2-mile person, not a 1-mile person. You have to determine, I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to go beyond what I'm compelled to do. I'll have my own personal goals and ambition. What's your personal goal in life? What do you want to become? Whichever area you are in, if you're a sportsman, you're a contractor, what do you want to become? My observation and my own conclusion in life, that being a master has nothing to do with education. It has to do with attitude. Because in mastery, attitude overcomes education. If you have the right attitude, you can learn anything in your field of study. Anything. Education is a list of the things you need. Yes, it's basic, but it's the least. From then on, attitude defines everything. Whether you're going to be 1 mile or 2 mile. Which area are you a master in? Are you the best? Are you the standard of measurement? Are you the one that everybody aspires to be like? That is when you become a master. And I pray that in this house, we will not raise ordinary people, 1 mile people who only do what is expected. But in this house, we will have masters, master doctors, master accountants, master architects, master lawyers, master computer programmers, master dressmakers, master hair crafters, master cosmetologists, master in whatever area you have committed yourself to, master managers, master human resource people, whichever area you are in, you have to determine, I want to be a master in this area. And if you determine that, I can guarantee you with the right attitude, in 5 years, you'll be a master. 5 years of dedicated, pressure-driven activity will take you past every competition. The world will find you. You don't even need to send application. People will send jobs to you before you send application. They will look for you. You will be headhunted. You will be sourced wherever you are because you are an expert. There are people that know they never write application. People chase them for jobs. chase them. They have to select what they want. You are coming to that area in your life. You will select. You won't chase contracts. Contracts will chase you. This will be 200 million contract, 300 million contract, 500 million contract, $1 billion. You look at all of them and you say, okay, this one's, I'll give it to my apprentice. I'm going for that one. You will have a choice in your life. You're going to rise to that place because you are a master. Somebody say, I want to be a master. Say, I want to be a master. Say it with confidence. I want to be a master. I want to dominate my area. I want to be a master of my area.
Thank you for watching this video. We believe you've been touched by this message. If you have any comments, kindly leave it in the comment section. And if you have any testimonies or enquiries, you can pen it down in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our videos. See you in the video on your screen.